Hi guys, so I'm back from Illinois. We had a wonderful trip. My brother looked awesome and he is so different. He's so much more grown up, and like I said, I'm just so proud of him. And I got to see snow. I don't get to see snow very often, so that was really fun. And we got to try some really good Chicago food. My favorite was Paradise Pups, where I ordered a hot dog, and I wanted to order it exactly how they have it on the menu, so I just ordered a cheddar pup, and it came with cheese on it, and onions and mustard, and a big huge pickle spear that was like the same size as the hot dog, and cucumber. And I looked at it and was like, okay, not too sure, but it was pretty awesome. I would have never thought to put all those things on there because I think in general I wouldn't like all those things on a hot dog, but the way that they did it and the quality of products that they used was what really made it, and I really liked it a lot. It was probably one of my favorite meals the entire time we were there. And I also ordered a 3-layer fry from them, where it was like crinkle cut fries, and then cheddar cheese, and then sour cream, and then bacon. Bacon makes everything better, so they were pretty good. And leaving was bittersweet, of course. I'm really happy for him. I'm looking forward to see where his future goes in the Navy, and I had a great time there, so saying goodbye was sad, but at the same time I'm just so happy for him. So we had a connecting flight on the way home, and my phone was on airplane mode, and I don't really know what that means, but apparently one of the things that it means is that it won't update your time when you go into a new time zone. So I was looking at the time, and I was thinking that it had already changed, and we were still in the air, and I was like, we only have 20 minutes until our connecting flight, we're gonna miss it. And time kept going, and it was well past the time that the flight would leave, and I was like, awesome, so we missed our connecting flight. That's so weird that we would be that late and that nobody would say anything. And then right before we were about to land, I realized it. I was like, oh, wait, Jake, this place is an hour behind where we just were, so we're totally good. I feel so retarded. Anyways, but we did get there in just enough time to power walk to the next gate and get in line for boarding. So, pretty close call. And no time for dinner either, because we left the airport in Chicago at 2:30 in the afternoon, and then we had our connecting flight, and like I said, we ran there, so we had no time to stop and get a burger or anything. So by the time we landed in Oakland, we were both starving, and we picked up our car and drove immediately to Sushi House in Alameda, one of our favorite places to go, and had, of course, a delicious dinner there. I got super full, and then we came home and went straight to bed. I was so tired from the trip. And yesterday I had the stomach flu, so I stayed home in bed and threw up several times, and then I had some weird thing happen when I was taking a shower, with my heart rate, or I don't know what was going on, but I almost collapsed in the shower. It was kind of scary, and I don't know, maybe I was just weak from throwing up and being sick, and I was standing for too long or something. So I laid down the rest of the day and just watched the Olympics. And then today is my first day of not going back to my weekday classes. I told you guys about the tests in my last video. On the 18th, dropped both of my classes because the 19th was the last day that you could drop with without getting a W on your transcript. And I had been fairly confident that I failed my statistics class. And my cousin called me the next day, and she's like, "You are so crazy. You got an 86. You got a B on your test. Why did you drop the class, you know?" And I'm like, awesome. It was really stressful for me to hear, actually, that I got such a good grade, because I dropped the class. It was too late. I couldn't do anything about it, but I had felt like I really failed that class, like that test. I was like, I have no idea how I got an 86. I really have no idea, because there were so many questions on the test where I put down as much as I could think to put down, and I was like, that cannot be all of it, but I cannot think of what else to do with this problem, so I'm just going to have to leave it unfinished. And apparently that's all that I needed. Some of the answers, I was like, wow, it was so easy. I can't believe that's all it is. But it really was. And I was just completely psyching myself out and getting myself all worked up for no reason, like I sometimes do. And you live and you learn, right? Now I'll know, if you take a test and you feel like you failed, at least wait till you get the test back to drop the class if it's within the date. So, yep, oh well. I'll take it again next semester, and I'll probably take it from the same teacher because I like his teaching style, and I'll just know it was that easy. And then for my psychology class, what a treat. This lady is insane. She's seriously crazy strict. She had us take our test. Well, first of all, this teacher, she like, if you open your binder to get a fresh piece of paper during class, she'll like stop talking and stare at you and be like, could you not do that? Or she'll say like, are you done? You know, she like totally calls people out during class for stupid stuff like that. Or like if you're like clicking your pencil to get more lead in it because you've run out, but it's like taking forever to get there, she'll like yell at you like, stop clicking your pencils. And you're like, well, I need to write. So, and then one time this guy was just like sitting next to me, and she was doing slides up on the screen, but he was just like writing notes, like furiously, like writing notes. And she like stopped, and she was like, excuse me, sir. And he eventually realized that she was talking to him, so he looked up and he was like, yeah. And she was like, are you writing a letter? What are you doing? And he's like, I'm taking notes. And she like didn't believe him, so she like came over and like checked his notes. And that's something that she does. She checks our notes at the beginning of every class from the class before to make sure that all we're doing is taking notes, and to make sure that we're taking good notes. Anyways, so we take the test, and she has us keep our answer sheets that we filled out, and tells us that we're going to score them ourselves. So we're like, okay, whatever, that's kind of weird that we're gonna like grade our own tests because people cheat. So, and people did cheat. So, I don't see really what the point in that was. And she started like reading off to us the correct answer, including where the colons and commas and no periods. You know, like there were so many things that she just like that are like grammar, like English, that we were all just kind of like, what's going on? Like, seriously? And she was like, if your answer was not exactly what I just said, verbatim, then don't mark it as right. Like, if you forgot an and, or if you said to, well, it's, you know, in a place that it shouldn't have been, you couldn't mark it as right. It was so crazy. I mean, what we were writing were like descriptions of the brain, so if you got like the main points, you'd think you'd get it right, but no, she was crazy. So I dropped her class. So, but you're not gonna hear this because YouTube cuts off the end of all my videos. So I'm just gonna stop talking now.